Hello, I'm Hillary, and I'd like to introduce my husband, Tom. He goes by the artist name ZG Tong, and he's an oil painter, and he does also Chinese ink brush paintings. And we've been here in Hawaii for several years now, and our focus is really on Hawaiian subjects. We like to do cultural and historical paintings about the Hawaiian Islands. And my husband and I have been to the Bishop Museum and several places so we can research about Hawaiian culture. And from the things that we learn, he has brought them onto the canvas. And it's very interesting because Hawaiian culture in the ancient days, of course, there were no cameras, no video recorders around at that time. So a lot of people don't know what the ancient Hawaiian life was all about. So this is his task, and what he really likes to do is try to capture those images and what life might have been like in ancient Hawaii before the Western contact, before there was any such thing as cameras or video recorders. So he's taken images that might have taken place in those ancient times through his imagination and has brought them to life onto canvas. So different things like everything from general daily life, storytelling, hula, medicinal plants. So the different subjects that my husband paints all reflect the Hawaiian culture, and particularly Hawaiian history as it occurred many years ago. And many years ago means before the time that the Westerners came to Hawaii. This is more than 200 years ago, because of course the Hawaiian culture is a very ancient culture, and it goes back thousands of years here in Hawaii. They have a very strong and unique culture. So he tries to capture some of those images from a time before Western contact and before they had such thing as cameras and video camcorders and anything that's modern. At that time, nobody really, was recording what was happening here in Hawaii, only through the ancient stories of Hawaii. So we have to use our imaginations to think about the things that happened back in that time. So what my husband Tom, he likes to do with the art is to imagine those scenes, how something would happen. For instance, if somebody was sick, there would be a healing kahuna who would take the medicinal herbs from the forest and prepare them in such a way and use that to heal people. So what does that image or what does that environment look like? We can only use our imaginations. But Tom has brought that to the canvas to let us, take a visual look at what that might have been like in ancient days. And he's done this with many different subjects. Hula, for instance. Canoe making, warfare, and so many wonderful subjects that are very unique to the Hawaiian culture, and that's what he's tried to capture with his art.